Mike on strike. M- Mike McCarthy was a curious guy, so curious that he wanted to buy his friend Derek's super spy kit in order to find out people's secrets. To buy the kit, though, Mike needed $25 he didn't have. I get $8 a week allowance, Derek said. At that rate, you just need 3 allowances, more or less, to pay me. $8? Mike repeated. What do you have to do to get that? Derek sucked the salt from a peanut shell and shook his head. Nothing, he said. But I know you have families like yours work with chores and stuff. He shrugged. How many of your allowances would it take? 10, Mike said grimly. Derek shook his head. Negotiate a raise, he said. I tried a negotiation last month with the Tooth Fairy. Mike said. She was one tough customer. Derek shook his head again. Forget fairies, he said. You just need to show you parents are softies by comparison. You need to show them what you bring to the table. Table? I guessed. The bargaining table, Derek explained. Set up for a potluck. Then think what would happen if nobody brought food. Everyone will go hungry, Mike said. Sure, Derek said. But whoever hosted the next party would hire a caterer instead, so nobody would have to cook. Just what was Derek driving at? Mike had no idea. Is their food good? Mike asked. Catered food is always better than homemade, Derek said. But that's beside the point. Mike wondered if that could be true. His mom was a pretty good cook, and his dad's French toast was a slice of heaven. Look, Derek continued. The potluck, the cater, the food. That's all just a metaphor. The point is that when you come to the bargaining table, you need to bring something to bargain with. I got nothing, Mike said. Well, hold on. I make good lemonade. Derek groaned in frustration. Forget the food thing. Do you do any chores? He asked. Derek was the only third grader in their classroom with his own smartphone. He grabbed it. Talk to me, he said. We'll make a list. The chores you do are what you leverage, what you use to bargain. Okay, said Mike. I take out the recycling, make my bed, clear the dinner table. Derek tapped away on his phone. Without looking up, he inquired, any seasonal chores? Yeah, Mike said. Rake leaves and shovel snow. Mow the lawn? Derek asked. Not yet, Mike said, but I weed the vegetable garden. Pet care? Derek asked. I feed pickles sometimes, Mike said, if Mom tells me to. Derek tapped some more, then looked up. Excellent, he pronounced. So this is what you bring to the table. See? If your parents had to pay somebody else to do all of this, it cost them more than what they pay you. Is this why they pass children labor laws to protect kids like you from being exploited? I did not know that, Mike murmured. Sure, Jack said. Your parents are taking advantage of you big time. Oh, Mike said. He found himself getting depressed. Stay with me here, Derek said. Because this is all gonna change really soon. You've got this list of things you do for them, and now you're gonna take it to them. You're gonna make your demands very clear. And if your parents refuse to meet your demands, you're going strike. Strike. A form of protest. Yeah. What I am, Mike asked. You have no choice, Derek said. You don't want to be oppressed, do you? I don't know, Mike said. He didn't know what oppressed meant. He just knew he felt depressed. Derek spent the several days coaching Mike by the weekend. By the weekend, Mike felt prepped and ready to take on his parents. Parents, he began after Saturday breakfast, we need to talk. Slowly, warningly, his parents' faces emerged from behind two sections of the newspaper. We're listening, said Mr. McCarthy. I bring a lot of value to this family, Mike said. We agree, his dad said. Wait, don't you want to hear what's my value? We know your value, Mrs. McCarthy said. We know you, honey. Mike thrust his warm feelings aside. The point is, he reserved, you should raise your allowance. He pushed a list of his chores across the table to them. Let's negotiate, he said. I demand $8 a week. Stop right there, Buster, said his mom. Nobody in this family makes demands. If they do if they're oppressed, Mike said. Mike said. Miss McCarthy snorted. Mr. McCarthy raised a hand and to cover his grin. You can't do that, his dad said. But you realize that while you strike, you won't get paid. Mike swallowed. So it goes, he said, and so it went. For the next 2 weeks, Mike did no chores at all. When it was time to clear the dishes off the table, he cleared out of the room. When it was time to take out the recycling, he took a hike. At first, he was amazed to get away with it. By the third week, though, Mike began to notice something disturbing. He was spending less time with his family and consequently missing out on stuff. He heard the clink of silverware when his little sister asked her how his mom loaded up the dishwasher. He heard them laughing. What was so funny? If he had the spy kit, he would know. Then again, if he were helping with chores, he would know. He wouldn't have to spy. You know, Mike said during the fourth week, I'm ready to start my chores again. If you are ready to raise my allowance. His parents looked at each other. Nope, his dad said. We're good. By the following Saturday, Mike woke up to a special muffled hush. The single silence of snow. The world outside his pillow was transformed into a sparkling wonderland. The driveway and the walks were buried. But his dad was already outside cleaning the front porch to locate the newspaper. Normally, Mike would raise now and pull on his boots to help. Instead, he watched his mom and sister and Esther emerge in hats and mittens. Esther was wielding Mike's shovel. Of all of them were working and laughing together. Laughing again. Why were they laughing this time? They started to throw snowballs. Mike watched, his head on his hand, and realized he was lonely. At that moment, he wanted nothing more than to feel part of his family again. But then he realized something else. Sometimes you feel like a part of something, you have to do your part. Mike walked downstairs. He put on his gloves, his boots, scarf, and his hat and coat. His gloves. He walked outside, gently took the shovel from his sister. He worked on the sidewalk for a solid 20 minutes before anybody said a word to him. Returning to the house, though, his dad patted his shoulder. "Welcome back, buddy," he said. Mike didn't get a raise that particular Saturday. However, he heavily French toast breakfast and all the laughs that no allowance could buy.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm not going to do the questions since I'm really tired of the questions.
It's time. Alphabetize with Joe. Classic.
Drag the scrambled words from the left and drop them into alphabetical order on the right.
A.
Good.
Allowance.
Now find a word that goes before this word or after it and drop it in place.
Bargaining table.
Good.
A, B, C, D, E,
Exploit.
F,
Next
G,
word.
H, I, J, K, L, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M,
Leverage.
Good.
Negotiate.
Next word.
O,
Oppress.
P.
Now all of the words are in the right order.
Good job.
It's something. Don't worry. Whoops. Money bags, Mike. Money bags. Bulls called money bag.
Welcome to. Flip the cards and match the words on your list to their picture or definition.
Bargaining table. A sum of money given out on a regular basis. Allowance. A sum of money given out on a regular basis. A time or situation in which people try to come to an agreement through negotiating. Bargaining table. To use someone or something for profit or advantage, to make use of someone or something. Oppress. Exploit. To use someone or something for profit or advantage, to make use of someone or something. To burden or treat with cruelty, especially through the unfair use of authority. Leverage. Negotiate. Oppress.
Negotiate.
Synonym of.
Intercede. Leverage. To burden or treat with cruelty, especially through the unfair use of authority. To use something in order to gain an advantage or a desired result. Oppress. To use something in order to gain an advantage or a desired result.
No.
Negotiate. To use something in order to gain an advantage or a desired result.
Synonym of
Intercede. Negotiate.
Ba-ba-ba.
To burden or treat with cruelty, especially through the unfair use of authority. Leverage. To burden or treat with cruelty, especially through the unfair use of authority. Oppress. To use something in order to gain an advantage or a desired result. Leverage.
Good job!